Okay, right, let's see if this is back. Sorry about what happened last time. Right, what happened last time? Well, the game was taking so long to load up, it basically caused my my game to lose contact with my streaming software, and the stream link dropped out. So let's see where I upcast. Yeah, the stream dropped out. That's why I was suddenly. No, I got myself some cracker bread instead. I had a couple of Jacob's crackers. Right, let's see. I'm currently in Ulu there. And I'm going to try and get something that takes me down towards Helsinki to start off with. Right, where the hell do I load up? Oh, nice. What have we got? Cornflakes, Weetabix. Oh. This is probably going to be quite a slow run, actually, with 510 horsepower and a 39-ton load. My truck is, understandably, pretty fat for. I just need to sort out these bloody cables. Now I'm in multiplayer. Kellogg's Crave. Yeah, still got sound. Right. Never heard of those. Never heard of them. Right, chuck that down there. I'm more of a Weetabix fan myself. When I have my supper in the evening before I go to bed, I have a big casserole dish. It holds about 1.5 pints, nearly 2 pints of milk. And I'll put about 4 or 5 of the fuckers in. Right, okay. I am going to Helsinki. So if you want to meet me up in Oulu at Trans, you can do. Might because I'm logged in as admin. But yep, there I am. Of course I'm logged in as admin. Am I showing up now? Now that I've logged out of admin. Was it ETS2 map, isn't it? Well, let's see. Okay. ETS2 map. You are looking at promods. Okay. Right, I'm going to quit out and log back in again. Right, okay. Time now to restart the game. Don't worry, I'm going back in a second. No, I was in Oulu. O-L-U. O-U-L-U. Try again. Any word on Russia DLC, Jimmy? Afraid not. I don't think it'll be coming out anytime soon. It will probably be, I reckon, next year now. Providing it doesn't go global, if somebody keeps it in the pants. Yes, Mr. Putin, you. There's no need for you to invade Ukraine, but yeah, he's got some kind of maniacal bloody belief that he wants to take over the world. Because he's an idiot like that. Have they plans for Ireland? If they have, they've not mentioned it. The thing is, though, Jimmy, I didn't actually work for SCS. I just play their games. So when it comes out about new DLCs and stuff, I know as much as you. You know, I'm an admin for Truckers Multiplayer. I'm nothing to do with SCS. We are not actually connected. SCS and TMP are two completely different entities. That's a nice feature. Yeah, many people seem to make that kind of connection. It's like, oh, are you an admin for TMP? Oh, you must know what bloody SCS are doing. No, we don't. I presume at some point, though, they will add Ireland and an update to the UK. I mean, they've just done Austria right now, so I can see them actually doing Ireland in the future, providing things politically stay as they are. I don't know where cats. Where cats? Where are you? Oh, right, the garage is far away. Okay, let's see. Keys and buttons. World map. Oh, there's no actual yard in Ulu. Ah, no wonder. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. There you are. It's only there. Well, dispatch yourself a job to Helsinki and I'll meet you there. You can imagine, oh, I want to watch this, I want to watch that. Well, I'm watching a bloody stream instead. Yep, trucking is always good. But enjoying the Saturday streams, yeah, it's probably a bit better than Fridays. I'm more likely to get one, viewers, two, actually be in a suitable condition to actually stream, because when I stream at weekends on the Fridays, I'm usually knackered. I want to go to bed early. Find yourself a load to Helsinki, cat, and see what we go. I mean, if you want, Jim, you can come and join us. Hang on. I've got to log out, haven't I? Okay, hang on. Okay, try that. Ah, you're welcome, cats. And it's giving you a single trailer. Right, let's rock and roll. Scratched it. I've done a bit more than scratched it. I'm properly bloody hooked. F7. Sod it, F7. I was a bit too close to the barrier. Not usually. Although I probably will do in a couple of days, a couple of weeks when I've got a week, when I'm going to a week off. Right. Right. Let's go. Beacons on as I come out of here. Book some annual leave. That's all, cats. Just quietly get some holidays. I think my trailer's actually... Yeah, it's in the other lane at the moment. Not a lot I can do about that. As I haul my double out of here. So yeah, it was. Yeah, I think as well, I mean, I drive a truck for a living. Just not quite this big. And the boss, my general manager, has found out that I play Euro Truck Simulator 2. Because somebody has told him. And he says he's going to try and get the artwork for the truck. So I can actually make myself a skin of one of our trucks. Which is going to be interesting. This is... I'm going to have to hit this at some speed. I tell you what, that rear pallet box is going to get fucked. Don't think he does. I'm probably stuck here, cats. Come on. Look, I'm not actually hitting the bloody thing. There we go. I'm free. I'm free now. I didn't take it wide enough. I'll have to swing out a bit wider next time. Tell the boss about these scratches on the trailer. Yeah, I drive a DAF, but not one of these. A little CF I drive. I mean, the DAFs that we've got at work for Arctics are the Euro 6. Similar to what Katz is driving, but a 6x2 with a mid-lift. And all I can hear my headphones is crackling. That's what always used to sound like. Well, that's actually... Yeah, you're on. Yeah, I drive a little 26-ton DAF. And it's 340 horsepower, 12-speed box, Traxxon transmission system. Rather than I think it's still got a ZF gearbox underneath there. Longest job I've done in game. Longyearbyen to somewhere in Jordan. Jimmy, I used to have a shifter, but when lockdown came, I had to relocate my computer from my friend's house to my house, and I've not got space for a shifter. So took the what's it off. Longest job in reality wasn't with the company I work for. It was probably with an agency as a gym supply company down to Bristol. It was a 10-hour driving day. I returned back to the depot with about 5 minutes left on the clock. But the thing is though, most modern trucks nowadays are automatic anyway, so it seems a bit weird when you got a bloody gear stick on your dashboard, on your desk or something like that, and you've got an auto, on the dashboard. You got to watch it down there for automatic. So it kind of doesn't make sense. I mean, the truck I drive at work's auto. The last manual I drove was a 7.5 tonner. It was an old Renault. Then that was with DHL on the Rallye contract. They then gave me a MAN TGL, which, well, was awful. It was quiet, but it wasn't a very good truck to drive. There was no storage space inside the cab. There's nowhere to put documents or out like that. It was just bloody awful. Yay! Congratulations, Cat. And who went in the fuel island the wrong way? Thank you. I gotta call this paint job Dairy Milk Purple. Yeah, I use a G29, so I did try a Thrustmaster 248. Then went back to a G29. G29 is a far superior wheel to the Thrustmaster 248. In terms of how it feels and how it behaves. Yeah. Get in touch with I think it's Brian Davies on Facebook. He does add-ons for the G29 shifter. Actually, you know what, Kat? I might try that. See how it comes out. That is an idea. Yeah. Rib Sose used one for a while back. It's got a switch on the front and a switch on the side. I mean, I've got an old shifter unit from what, dairy? It's illegal to use Dairy Milk Purple. Yeah, don't bother with the Thrustmaster 248. Stay with your Logitech. It feels... The only thing that the Thrustmaster's got going for it are there's a few more buttons on it, and there's a multifunction display. But that's it. It feels cheap. It feels plasticky. And the flappy paddle wheels, I mean, I'm now clicking the exactly. They may own it for commercial purposes. Well, there's nothing stopping me having mixing up a pot of paint for my Toyota Corolla and spraying my car Dairy Milk Purple. It's just a shade of purple. There's nothing they can do. as I'm not using it commercially. Tristan, did you crash and have to load a resave? Yeah, and the thing is though, with the 248, I'm sitting here clicking the flappy paddles, and it's not picking up. Doing the same thing on the Thrustmaster, it was really clacky, 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 clack, 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 and the microphone was picking it up. So, as a result, that kind of turned me off. Plus, every time I tabbed out of it as well, my wheel would slowly drift off centre. So, to keep the game wheel centred, I'll be moving to more like 1 o'clock, then become like 2 o'clock, then become like the 3 o'clock position. And when you've got your wheel, if you've ever driven the car and your steering wheel's slightly out of tracking, it gets annoying. You know, when your wheel's sort of over there somewhere. So, I put it back in the box and I've not used it since. Brought myself another G29. For me, my indicators are square and circle, but yeah, it's pretty good to use them for that. I mean, I use my flappy paddles for flash and high beam on off. I did have X is my exhaust brake. And triangle was my four ways. After all, that button there, yeah, a lot of people use them for that. Just that for me, it makes more sense to have them as flash. I mean, I might swap it round for have one for my indicators, or maybe my exhaust brake toggle. I suppose I could use that as like click, click. Fuel. I've got half a tank of fuel. I've got about 400 litres of fuel left. That probably would get me down. Nope, wrong one. Yeah, I've got 1,000 miles of fuel left, thereabouts. I mean, this particular DAF as well, being twin screw, will gulp fuel. Yeah, we'll refuel it a bit further down. Let me know when you're down to about 400 miles of fuel. Yeah, it does kind of take the sensation of it away, because driving is tactile. Yeah, it's a tactile thing. You need to know what your truck is doing, and the only way to know what your truck is doing at the front end is through the steering wheel. Unless, of course, it miraculously makes force feedback for a Xbox controller, which I have got one. I mean, I used to play this on keyboard, and the amount of times I scraped and banged into the barriers and stuff, I can't fucking count how many. I mean, I don't have a particularly high level of force feedback. You know, the steering does feel quite vague, but I mean, if you got a mouse, one thing I have seen somebody do is they took a rotary stool, put the mouse in a vise, in a clamp, and they used the mouse on top of the rotary stool. And they used the rotary stool like a steering wheel. And as it moved underneath the mouse, it worked like a steering wheel. Bloody cracking idea! And I think it was some African guy who did it. I think it was some African who did that. Bloody brilliant idea. I think I need more power. Yeah, so it is literally a computer table. I've jammed my keyboard tray with two pegs jammed in the runners to stop it moving around. Mounted my wheel to that, and I sit in an armchair. That is older than me. Well, on the armchair, I've actually got two. I've had to put a booster cushion on it because it is so low to the floor. I've actually taken one of the seat squabs off a sofa from downstairs and put it on that. I know some gamers use a rig, but I also use my computer for other things. I've got a well, turn my webcam on, you'll see what I mean. If presuming my webcam is actually active right now. And I've got a Razer Synapse keyboard, which is actually clamped in a vise. You know, it's an expensive gaming keyboard, not the most expensive gaming keyboard, but it's certainly more expensive than your typical Tesco keyboard. Yeah, and it's just clamped in a vise, and it's sort of a upright, so I can just look across and I can see my buttons that I need to press. It's a bit awkward when I'm trying to type on it. Yep, it's lit up. Lights up blue. It's got various different profiles and stuff that I can actually use it for. You know, so I can turn on the colour feedback. You know, so when I press my indicators, the button for left indicator would flash, or the button for right indicator if there's one assigned. You know, we'll press F for my. Yeah, if I turned off the colour profile, it actually goes to a sequencer. 4 screens? Fucking hell! I've got one screen. That's actually, I've got two computers. I've got a computer tower, screen, computer tower. End of desk. I cannot have multi-screens right now. And I can't go much bigger than the screen I've actually got. If I did, I'd have to start moving things around. But unfortunately now, I can't buy any mods from the likes of John Ruder, which is annoying. No, it would be immersive. But if I was to go for that route, I think I wouldn't go for a 3-screen setup. I'd have a look to see if I could get one huge fuck-off wide wraparound screen. Because the gaps where the screen frame is, I would find really annoying. You know, properly annoying. So I think one curved wraparound screen would be better. Be fucking expensive as well. And behind my screen, covered in dust at the moment. I really need to get the duster out here, actually. I've got a subwoofer setup. Although I might relocate the subwoofer down below, so the sound echoes and comes up at me. And I've just the speakers behind the screen. But if you want to go immersive, you want what SCS have got. And they've got their... only made like that. You can actually get curved monitors. I mean, old CRT monitors, yeah, you can't do it, but with modern LCD and LED lighting technology, yeah, curved monitors were the way to go. Yeah, looks like I got one of these fucking little junctions again that I got hung up on before. But again, I'm kind of restricted on what space I've got. I would probably need to have some serious moving around. I think it's more to do with peripheral vision and stuff like that. Probably you'd have just the width, but I don't think you would need to adjust any settings and stuff like that. The game would just think it was a super widescreen monitor. You know, 4 or 8K or something like that. But SCS have got a 3-screen setup, but you have to wear a seatbelt for there because it sits in. You sit in a basket, and underneath the basket are 3 hydraulic ramps. So when you accelerate, the entire rig rocks backwards, and you hit the brakes, it rocks forwards. When you go around the corner, it leans out side to side to create the additional forces of going around corners. And when I first tried it at Truckfest, I thought I was going to fall out. Eye tracking, that's something else. Because I stream, I'm constantly looking over to my left. Every time I look to the left to see what's going on with the stream, your vision would also be moved over, so it has its upsides and downsides, but eye tracking is not something I use. You know, I'd rather just flick a button over to look left and look right. But if you had a super widescreen monitor, I wouldn't need it. But what's his name? Mark Armstrong, I think, has got 4 monitors. He's got 3 in a wraparound, and he's got his stream monitor up on top of that. You know, I have considered at some point getting rid of this armchair and getting a seat and mounting out of a Mercedes Sprinter van. Not sure quite what the mother would think, but I suddenly came over with a seat from a van. Oh, right. I've been playing ETS2 since pretty much it first came out. I found out Mark Armstrong through playing Euro Truck Simulator 2, not the other way around. Yeah, they are. Depending on what the curve screen is, very likely. But that aside, I can't really say yes or no for definite because I've never tried it. Oh, Squirrel's hilarious. I've actually met Squirrel at Truckfest. And the thing is, though, he also has got a private pilot's license, which Microsoft Flight Sim actually helped him get through his private pilot's license, because it allowed him to rehearse all the procedures. Because obviously to fly the procedure in real life and the procedure in Microsoft Flight Sim is identical. You still need to go through your pre-flights. And Ellie O'Dare also does American Truck Simulator. Now you may know her through Ellie O in the AI Drivers. That's probably why he's gone quiet. Wouldn't surprise me. He's well known in the gaming world. And I say Ellie O'Dare was a gamer, then became a truck driver. Seeing Ali Knight driving a real truck, she must have thought, oh, I could do that. Then wanted to go for her CDL. Had no truck driving experience, but got hold of, as far as I'm aware, she might be able to correct me on this if I ask her, which I probably will do, that her use of your American Truck Simulator helped her get through her American CDL. And to a point I could believe that, because when I took my Class 2, which is my Australians will know that as heavy rigid license, or Europeans might know it as a Category C license. This is a C. What I'm driving now and what Cat is a C plus E. The plus E referring to a trailer. Category C plus extension. Okay. I'll meet you at the next service station, Cats. And I got sort of a mod. Now, I was learning to drive Category C in a DAF LF. So the closest I've got to that is the Renault Premium. So I get Fleming's BDF mod. set it to a four-wheeler, and give me a Renault Premium rigid four-wheeler. And I use that to practice my various manoeuvres. I passed my Class 2 on the first attempt with only 3 minors. Now, some of that would also come from I've been driving a 7.5 tonner up until that point, which probably played the most of the the settings and stuff. Right, time now to potentially get rid of this trailer and take a generic load to Aalborg. Yeah, Aalborg. Let's see what we get. Right, put that there, which is there. But I would actually like SCS to bring in the DAF CF into the game. Right, okay, and continue. Trailer manager, dismissal. That's the garage manager. Trailer manager, dismiss that. Right, let's take a freight job down towards Denmark. Right, let's see what there is. Calais or Bordeaux. Don't really want to go to there. Don't really want to go to there, so no. Right, let's see what's in the general freight market. Out of Helsinki, Tallinn, Sundsvall, Copenhagen. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Take tank trucks to Warsaw, Wick, Bremen. Okay, no problem. That's a point, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Job dispatcher, Helsinki. Destination, Aalborg. Norsken. Actually, no, polar fish is just around the corner from where I'm working. Arteria, container carrier. Brake pads, bottled water, boric acid, seed bags, canned beef, canned pork. Right, okay. Freight market, let's see where it is. There we go. Right, and now let's see. Right, okay, let's now go. We are going to go to a slightly different way. World map. Right, I want to go down to Polaris lines to start off with. I'm not going to be driving all the way down there. Fuck that. Fuck that. That'll take us to Travemund. That's where we're going. Hello, Ali. How you doing? Have you got money? Make sure you got sufficient funds to buy the garage. And I think you have to buy so many garages before you can use the overseas bloody auto garage purchase thing. I think you have to own about 5. Odd. So I know on a couple of my profiles I can't buy additional garages yet through the garage purchase thingy. I think I have to own. You have to unlock it, I think. Yeah. Go to about, just quick travel to about 4, 5 other cities and buy depots in those cities. And you'll probably then unlock it. You have to own so many before you can buy through the manager. Bit like when you wanted to buy trucks online, you had to buy 5. Yeah, you do. Well, then once you brought 5 garages, and you own 5 garages, you should be able then to unlock that achievement. You say, hi, you can now buy garages online. It's nice to actually cruise now with a decent weight behind me. What have we got? What is this weight? 4 tons of car engines. This is probably only about... yeah, no, you're welcome, bud. It says 4 tons of car engines. There's probably only about 8 pallets in the back of this. Because I wonder how heavy a engine out of a Toyota Camry is, or something like that. I mean, the engine in this truck is about a ton. I was surprised looking at the engine on the Rolls-Royce Merlin. It's about 1,000 kilos. And that's most of the weight of the bloody plane. I've also as well noticed that on my weekend streams I've got my viewer count is up slightly as well, which is a good thing. So if you like what you see and you want more, you know what's coming now. Pray to the gods of like, share and subscribe. I'm driving like your grandmother. Why is that? Because I'm only doing 80 Ks? Ali, it's not about going from doing 110. Yeah, it's not about racing from point A to point B. It's about getting the freight there in one piece. And on time. And on multiplayer, if I were to now crash and have to reload a save, that yeah, it was probably true though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've got 37 hours, 14 minutes. Well, in single player, if I would crash and reload a save, I will have 37, 14 minutes. because the server time rolls on and rolls on and rolls on, if I crash, I've now got, because obviously the time it's taken to upload, is that time doesn't change. It keeps on coming down. So the temptation there is to drive faster. Then you crash again. Doesn't matter whether there's anybody around or not. Physics are still physics. And my truck is limited to 90 kilometers per hour anyway. Cats! I saw you, gadunk. You knocked Tech Ear out of his bed. You know, and because this is a simulator, there's also things as well to take into account, like speed limits. Speed limit around here is only 50 k's. And you can't expect your truck to go around a 90-degree bend at 110. Oh God, you muppet! Oh, you donkey! Well, that were a clever thing to do. You probably completely rearrange the front of your truck now too. But the thing is though, Ali, I mean, I drive for a living. And the way I have to drive for a living kind of rubs off on how I drive in game. Be smooth, be steady. I have faith. What do I do? I'm a truck driver by trade. Now let's not go down that route, Ali. Hello, Lady Bear. How you doing? Long time no see, long time no speak. How are you doing? Yeah, it's also confusing. You know what, Lady Bear? If you're streaming later on tonight on single player, I might pop in and watch, join your stream. Welcome to Travelwood. I still follow you on Twitch, so I mean, if you're doing a convoy mode as well, I mean, try not to grab that. If you go too fast over these drops, your suspension will jump out. Yeah, but Right now, I don't feel like it, Faith. I'll tell you that now. So, I'm not going to talk about the pressing... No, let's just not go down there. Yeah, it's a really... yeah, I'm still a mod. For my sins. Yep, still on TMP. Third year now. I mean, do you still go on to TMP, Lady Bear? Or do you do single player now? With convoy mode? How do I make people on YouTube? You have to interact with me, then get to a point where once I know you, I can make you a moderator. Only I've got the power to do that, unless... Unfortunately, I can't do that. Not on here. You've appealed your... Now, Faith. You know, let's not... There's about 4 or 5 who come in on various points. Okay. Yeah, it is a cool part of the game. And I think it is also part of the reason why numbers are down on the servers. Yeah, you know, I mean, Cats, I did actually consider making you a mod, actually. Hello, Hot Rock. How you doing, bud? It's going good. It's going good. Have to have a meeting with me line manager on Friday. Of course, I rearranged the gate. Yeah, you do, but you also drive as well. Kind of. I might see if Lady Bear, in your moderator permissions, have you got perms to make Cats a moderator? Or has it got to be me? Right. Yeah, it is. Blame my parents for that. Ali? No, I can't, mate. Yeah, if you... Oh, hi, James. I kind of admit I expect it to be James because Jimmy is kind of short for James. What, Ali? When it comes to bands, it all has to be done on the TMP website. It can't be done here. Yeah, exactly. It has to be done through the appeal system on the website. And it's been explained to you why you're banned, I presume. And unfortunately, you have to live with the consequences. Yeah, I was thinking about it for a while, Cat. Yeah, and your appeal was probably processed. And if it's been declined for good reason. Yeah, unfortunately, that's it. You've used them up. There's nothing I can do now. You just have to... Yay! You just have to wait for your ban to expire. And when it expires, drive carefully. Yeah, drive carefully, drive safely, drive with respect to other road users, obey traffic lights and obey the law. And if you've got FPS problems, drive accordingly. I think we're in a city, I think we're in a town. Yeah, and also as well, if you want to race around, do it on the arcade server. Don't do it on a sim server. Yeah, and if I were to come along and break protocol, I could get banned. And yeah, I don't want to get banned. Yeah, I mean, I've been on, exactly. I've been on this servers now since it was Euro Truck multiplayer. And I've not been banned. Yeah. You know, don't block people. If you have an accident, F7. Yeah. Ali, any more of that, mate, you will be muted for a bit. Oh, and Faith, English only. And Mel, Lady Bear, as I'm driving, I can't get to the keyboard. Mute Faith, please. Alborg, I think. Hey up, Alex, how you doing, buddy? Well, hey. Can you give Faith a timeout? Thank you. Right. Anybody who speaks English, so who speaks anything other than English on here, is likely to get banned. English only, please. Yeah, and if it carries on, they will. Yeah, I've got my Daft C. I've had it in the start of the year. I've put nearly 14,000 kilometres on the damn thing now. It's a good little. It is a good little truck as well as CF is. Although the electrical gremlins have started to appear already. The Iveco and the Volvo were company. They're all company trucks. I had the Volvo for about a year. I was in the Ivecos for when the Volvo was off the road for various things. And the DAF is basically what replaced the Volvo, because the Volvo was 2014 model. No, sadly not Hot Rock. I don't think I'll ever be doing any European work. I mean, if I had the opportunity, I would consider. Yeah. You know, if the opportunity ever arose, I would think, oh, I wouldn't mind doing some American trucking. But then everyone says, oh yeah, Kenworths are cool, Kenworths are cool. I've been in one, I've sat in one. It's bloody tiny on the W900. Really fucking tiny little caps. I mean, Iceland would also be another place I would like to drive. Don't think I'd like to do Australia. Australia's a nice country, but everything there is trying to kill you. Only when I'm on my 45. Yeah, it's got a bunk, but that's about it, really. You know, the bunk itself, it still actually has its plastic cover on it. But when I'm on my 45, even though it's got a bunk, I tend to do that. lean up against the window and put my feet on the dashboard. I'm going to pull over here. I'm going to take a quick bio break. I need a pee and I need a coffee. Right, and Faith and Ali, they've used their first strike. Right, I'll be back in a minute, guys. Let's... put a little bit of cheap, cheesy what's it music on. Just put that back in the bin. Oh dear. Oh. Yeah, let's wait for the kettle to boil, and I'll see what the situation is with regards to jobs and stuff once I get to Arborg. Actually, yeah, might make a good screenshot actually. Ah dear. Okay. Hang on, these to my blur down, I think, and take a right. About 5 minutes time, the coffee will be done. Yeah, that's lit up. Trailer purchases. Don't need to buy any more trucks. They're out like that. Don't need to exit. Server's about half full. Right, back in a minute. I'm back. Got my coffee. Trying now to get back in. Get the old girl fired up again. And this one's not done many miles, so he's done 60,000 Ks. Right. Are you ready, cats? Okay, let's make our way to Aalborg. Then I will we'll be going about an hour and a half. Let's see the bit was it just yet. Well, I am tempted to stop the stream here for a bit once I get to Aalborg. Take a short break, do some TMP work, then come back on. Maybe do some American truck. Safe trucking, guys, safe trucking. Yeah, we're not too far away from Aalborg now, so that's a good thing. Potentially I could change trucks, I don't know, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Head down towards... Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. Oops, a daisy. Yep, wrong way. Oh, that dot red thing. Alex, give him a ban. Because that is a chat bot. Just comes in, gives that full dot red thing and leaves. That is a chat bot and it's about to get banned. Alex, if you can do the what's it for us? Or unless you can do it, cats. That Alan Butler fella. Yes, you. Messages. there's starting to be a rise of these something 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 .red chatbots, and it is annoying. And I'm not the only channel who's got it. But 7 views, that has to be a record for tonight. But one thing these chatbots are doing, they do class as a viewer analytic as well, so... does have some benefits, I suppose. Well, my plan is to get to Aalborg, and that will probably wind us up for today. 2 hours on ETS2 multiplayer streaming will be done. And sooner or later, I might have to do some, probably next week, next Saturday, I might do some American truck sim, I think. Get me Cascadia or me Peterbilt out. Can't smell, right? Of you. Where am I? I am waiting for you. I'm a little bit further ahead of you. You're catching me up, cats. There you are. I wasn't that far ahead of you. But we are heading towards Aalborg, probably the next junction, I think it is. I was only doing 80 Ks. Well, maybe 90. Doing no slower than normal. Well, we're nearly there now anyway. We've got 118 kilometres to do. $107k, so basically about 60 miles to go, then we will be there. That's the first Ukrainian DLC I've seen so far. One of the reasons why I'm got to be ending the stream, this crackling that's going on in my headphones at the moment is a tad annoying. Well, we're almost on target now for the arrival at my destination. Oh, nice! Nice! It's a lovely, it's a simple, but it's a lovely paint scheme. And it's a nice gesture by STS to do it. And as soon as fucking madness is over, the better. I was reading in the Scotsman newspaper that this entire madness is probably because Vladimir Putin knows that his time on Earth is not much longer. According to the Scotsman, Vladimir Putin has cancer. Terminal cancer. So he's probably trying to go out with a bang. But again, how true that is, I have no idea. But he's certainly behaving like he's in the corner right now. Question is, who's cornered him? Is it the West, NATO? Is it the Ukrainians, or is it people in Russia? Such as his oligarchs, his generals. My guess is probably a combination of all three. If he'd have planned his strategy right, he probably could have got to Kiev very, very quickly. But he did not count on the hearts and minds and the resolve of the Ukrainian people. Going into a country with hostile intent when the people there are quite happy with their government will usually mean that things will not go to plan. You know, if they were really unhappy with Zelensky's government, they would have welcomed the Ukrainians in. Well, so welcomed the Russians in, but it is obvious they haven't. But the troops were also disillusioned. Hence why they are probably not fighting very well. And then to spin a narrative to say that chemical weapons are being used. Well, nobody believes you as well. Ah, dear. And if Vladimir Putin does fail in his operation, we could well see there be another further fragmentation of Russia. Oh, for fuck's sake. But one thing that we can be sure of, whatever information that we in the West are getting through the news is probably less than half of what is actually going on. Now, on a lighter subject, I think that if SCS, finally get round to releasing Heart of Russia DLC, when they go beyond Heart of Russia and push into Siberia, or maybe give us the city of Novosibirsk, they really should give us Garage 54. Oh, crap. I'm way off target. Because I do watch Garage 54. And the things those guys do to larders. Like, yeah. He has lost the plot. Yeah, you're welcome, cats. Yep, this stream is about to end now anyway, so. That's it. That's done. Take care. Everybody have a good day. Everybody have a good evening. And all being well, I'll meet you back here at about 8 o'clock next Saturday. Thing is though, Jimmy, I reckon that people in the Kremlin will bring him back in check one way or the other. He definitely has lost the plot big time. But that's something to muse about in the future. Yep, all be well. I'll be here next week, provided we don't get nuked. Although, they can nuke London. Just get all the Londoners out first. Provided they don't nuke Scotland, I'll be happy. Yeah. Because the thing is, though, Vladimir Putin, I don't think he's the one who's actually in full control of the situation. He had this meeting with his Vladimir Geddon. Yeah, I suppose you could call it that. Well, hopefully it will be less Vladimir Geddon to Vladimir Get Gone. But the thing is, though, he's not the one who's actually in full control of the country. It's his oligarchs, it's the people with the money. And they're losing access to their money, and they will want access to their money restored. And the only way for that to be restored is for this madness to end. And when the military tried to, they perceived a threat. Because at the end of the day, the military of a country is there to protect a country from threats. Threats from without, and also threats from within. You know, a threat from without is a foreign state actor. What he perceives to be, you know, a foreign power. So if, for example, Tajikistan went to war with Moscow, we, the People's Republic of Tajikistan, declare war on Moscow. That is a threat from without. A threat from within, on the other hand, would be people within the country. For analogy with the UK, a threat from within would be the IRA in Northern Ireland. Yeah. A threat from in Germany, a threat from within in the 1970s, 1980s would have been the Baader-Meinhof gang. Yeah. A threat from within in the United States was easily visible in January 6th last year. Was it? Or was it this year? The storming of I think it was last year actually, the storming of the White House by Donald Trump supporters. That could have been quite easily seen as a threat from within. So if the Russian military perceive Vladimir Putin to be a threat, they will act because it is their duty to protect the country from threats from within. They did this with Mikhail Gorbachev but failed. Because they saw his perestroika, his glasnost reforms, as a threat to the country. So let's just see how this plays out. Because somewhere in the middle, there is, the writing is visible as to what is going to happen. But we're the people, as the newspaper readers in the West, probably are not going to be fed with everything. Because even the Sun, the Times, the Sport, yeah, yeah, that thing, yeah, the Telegraph, the Scotsman, the Daily Mirror, and the likes, the Washington Post, they are not getting all the information. They're getting information of what they see from reporters on the ground and correspondents in other countries. Jimmy, we probably wouldn't be here because although having said that, the way Donald is quite pally with the Russians, with Vladimir Putin, I think he'd have American jets bombing Ukraine. you'd have American jets flying out of Russian air bases with the Russians. I really think he would try to assist Vlad. I really do. Because he did not like NATO. And it's taking the likes of Joe Biden quite a lot of restraint right now. He's acting very, very restrained. I mean, some lesser leaders probably would have escalated much quicker. But we can only see what's going to happen. But that's something to think about. Well, in some ways, I'm glad it just hasn't happened. Anyway, time to end the stream. We'll think about what's been going on of these, this last week, and we'll see what happens. But I reckon sometime this week, probably the Russians use chemical weapons. I really do. I fucking hope not. But sooner or later, one side is going to have to give up, and I would like it to be the Russians to give up. But realistically, the mathematics are not really with the Ukrainians, right? They'll win. They'll win the war, but they'll lose the battle. So for now, take care and see you next week.